Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Cincinnati Bengals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here we go. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground
to about the 33-yard line. This defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
11 Coleman. 11. Stop.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Titans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen are...
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
From the 40 now on 2nd down.
Willis, and he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all he's got here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance.
Here we go.
If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Burrow on play action. That pass caught. It's Williams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Kirkpatrick, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To the air on first down, here's Willis. He rifles one that's intercepted. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Here we go. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll keep it on the ground. Kirkpatrick. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked by Kevin Byard. And
And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On second down, Kirkpatrick. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 10-7 our score after 1 right here.
On 1, ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11, MT, take.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
The Bengals at 500, 7-7 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
He finds his man complete. That's Harrington. And he's going to have the Bengals first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
11.
Now Burrow on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession as they've got him at the 42-yard line.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense has gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 44, Willis. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free.
But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Willis.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Kelly. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. From 10 yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Burrow will throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
11 Thomas.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to get it back here just past the 35.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, at the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
He finds his man complete. That's Harrington.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. First down. Here's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. McPherson's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Willis with it on 3rd and 1.
Complete to Kelly.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A first down carry for Henry.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Henry up the middle.
And they're knocking on the door now. Has a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Now they'll look to Willis to throw.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
11.
Here's Burrow. And now here is another interception.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
On second down, here's Henry. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and 2, Willis.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far, because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
Burrow's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown ground.
And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 24-17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Play action. Here's Willis.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed. And pretty well executed there.
A 3rd and 2. Here's Willis.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Titans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
11 mighty.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. On 3rd down, Kirkpatrick. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Play fake. Here's Willis.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
That's caught by Kelly. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Henry will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Willis on 3rd and goal.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. Santos' kick is up and through.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him.
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On 2nd down now, Kirkpatrick. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
83 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Burrow now off the bootleg, rolling to his right. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Willis. Open man, this is Lewis.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Willis now off the play fake.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. 26 yards.
And the Titans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To the air again, Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Burrow.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
11 MT, Kate. 11 MT, stop.
Again, it's Burrow. He's got Higgins over the middle.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
11 MT, Kate. Stop.
They'll run on 1st down. Kirkpatrick, only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And they go play action now. Burrow. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Harrington. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Joe Burrow
scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Fulton.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
And a quick throw here that's complete. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He finds his man complete. That's Harrington. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Burrow on play action. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Ready, break. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
From his end zone, Willis.
Caught right side. It's Lewis. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20.
To the air on first down, here's Willis.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Let's go now.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
3rd down, it's Willis. This will go to Henry out wide.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the seventh play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Willis. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Touchdown, Titans. Chigakonkwo, 49 yards. And the Titans extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Bengals 23.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. He's going to let it fly. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line, 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Titans, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll get a trip to Vegas next week for a date with the Raiders. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.